What's up, everybody? I am Ivan Flipz, dancer, actor, and choreographer to B-Girl the movie.
And then the same step.
With the choreography, what I wanted to make sure is that because we hire specific dancers, I wanted to make sure their main things were showcased. They each are so individual, and they all have this special like attack that they have, or special like a treat, like a gift they just have. Like Legacy's amazing on his hands. Flea's style it's ridiculous, you know. Steelo's character, like his charm, his character, his whole Steelo, his whole style, it's awesome. And then Remedy's very calm and very passive, but when he gets on the dance floor, like actions speak for itself. And then my job was really to like, it's almost like to compose it. It's like to compose a score or a song. You basically consider them like they're like musicians, right? Let's just say a director directs a symphony or an orchestra. That's kind of like what I had to do with the help of Teresa Espinoza, and I also got input from all the guys. I wanted them to let me know, is it physically possible to do that? Is that going to be too much? Is it gonna, is it gonna wear you out? Because we're human. We're pretty much machines, but we're also human, you know.
1, 2, 3, 2, 6, 7, 8.
In the movies, we don't get tired.
After lunch, or sometime after we're already warm, they're gonna let us run the battle all the way through as if it was a real battle without cutting. So that's gonna be fun. And that's when people are gonna go off, get in people's faces and.
The battle was just, I think it comes across in the film too really organically, because that's how we approached it. It's like we did have our routines, but we approached it just like as if we were going to a battle. So basically what you see on film is what you're going to see in like a real battle.
I think it was challenging but fun at the same time, because in a b-boy, in a dancer, there's this ego where you just kind of want to ignite that fire, and you just want to do the best that you can, and I don't know, you can basically do anything. So in this movie, you're definitely going to get to see people pushing the boundaries, pushing the limits, both physical, even mentally too, because sometimes you doubt yourself, like, can I do this move 10 times for the camera, and land in the same spot every time? So that's a challenge within itself. That's more of a mental challenge. And then the ego kicks in, because during the battle, there actually was somewhat of a raw vibe of a real battle underneath. Like when the camera would cut, the b-boys were still going at it. The music would stop and people would start clapping, like the soul clap, or you got Poe 1 on the mic, or Wesley on the mic, kind of like egging it on in a way, because they knew, and the guys were like taking their shirts off and battling and just going for it. It was all in good fun, but you can definitely feel like the spirit and the vibe of what a raw battle really was, and that's good that you can take it from the street onto a set and still feel that way. It actually opened the doors for, I guess, the street b-boy culture, to meet the Hollywood director world, which is, you have Elizabeth and Emily, who through Jules they met this community of like b-boys and dancers, and it's sometimes our worlds never get to mesh, you know what I mean? Because you have to go to the clubs to see the b-boys, or you have to go to a jam, or you have to go, and that's when things were meshing together. Because I'm like, hey, I'll choreograph the dance, but I don't know where the camera should be, or maybe it should be here, maybe it should be there, because sometimes with dance it could be funny how you film it. It could be you can either get the right shot, or the guy does an amazing move, and hey, we should have got it from this side or the other side. So I'm like, oh, I just made up this routine. How are we gonna shoot it? And then I started catching on. It's almost like she thinks one step ahead of me, and then I have to almost think one step ahead of her, and then we'll meet up. And if you don't have that team, that unity, or if it starts falling apart throughout the film, it just makes things difficult. And they set their time. They're like, okay, this is when it's gonna happen. This is how many days we have to shoot. This is how many days for rehearsals. Let's get it done. And everybody stepped up. Everybody stepped up to the plate, and we're like, yo, let's knock it out. And we did, like, little by little, little by little. I kind of took it to a more personal level, as far as, okay, if they're willing to come to our world and make a movie about Jules and about our culture, then I'm like what we call in it to win it. I don't know, there's something there. There's something there, and the magic, you can tell it carried onto the film.